بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back to my channel QHE Tajweed Rules of the Qur'an channel in English. Today, inshallah, we will talk about very important point in the Quran. A lot of people, they don't know about it. A lot of people think it's right, but it should to be very clear for everyone, and it should to be very clear for every teacher and for every student. What this point is, the methods that are not allowed to read Quran with أساليب القراءة المنهي عنها. So all the things I will explain today, this is a mistakes and methods. It's not allowed to read with. So please forgive me if I give you examples or if I make it, if I explain it with some details, but this is not right in the Quran. Let's start with these methods and start with the first one. We call it الترقيص, dancing. Difference in reading speed and performance and reading dancing. Like what? Like, for example, someone who's reading like بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله. This is not a right way to read Quran. This is what? This is not allowed. Our second way is التطريب. It's still not allowed. التطريب means is to extend the mad whenever he wants or however he wants. And we hear it from some readers and famous readers. Astaghfirullah. For example, they make السماء. It should to be 4 or 5 beats in half sway. For example, if they connect, they make it what? Maybe they make it 8 or 9 beats. They want to show us their voice is, mashallah, is very, their breath is very long. So they say, السماء. Tell where he going? He should to stop. There is a rules he should to follow. He can do what he want in the mad. Some people else, they put extra length of the mad in the places there is no, there is natural mad on it. Like for example, if they say word Musa, they say Musa. Where are you going? It's just 2 beats. So we should to avoid this way too. It's not allowed. What else? التحزين. التحزين means someone who make himself like crying. He push himself to cry to show people that he's in khushu'ah. This is riya. This is riya. So he should too, if it's happened because this is happen because he's feeling his real feeling, this is okay. This is 100% okay. And we should to try to let ourselves cry when we are reading Quran to make our heart soft, but not to show people that we are in khushu'ah, not for the people, not for the riya. And this is of course not allowed too. Next way is الترعيد. الترعيد, his voice shaking as if it is cold. Like what? Bismillah. This is still not allowed. What else? التحريف. التحريف, it's usually happen between a group. Someone read and stop suddenly in the middle of a word or in the middle of a verse, and someone continue after him. Like, for example, someone say أَعُ, other one continue ذُو. Of course, this is not allowed and this is haram. They cut in the words of the Quran. What else? التمضيغ. التمضيغ, this word is coming from word مضغ. مضغ means he chew a food. It chew a food. So word التمضيغ means when someone reading like there is a food in his mouth. Like what? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, something like that. يعني I'm trying to make these ways. It's not easy to me, but I'm trying, and this is not allowed too. What's the next way it's not allowed to read with? التقعر. التقعر, word تقعر means a deepest thing. So التقعر, we mean by this the letters it's come from the throat. There is some people just read from their throat. What we mean by that, we mean someone who's reading from his throat all the time. Like what? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. You feel like there's a ayn all the time in his reading, or like a pressure in his throat, and this is not allowed too. What else? رمت الراء. التضييق. What we mean by that? When someone read and cut the sound of ra, make it like a شديد letter. Letter ra is بين letters, it's in between length. So some people cut this ra and make it like شديدة. Like what? Like when someone is reading word شاكر. You read it? شاكر. Here. Where is the ra? It's done. It's not clear anymore. والفجر. You read it? والفجر. Where is the ra? It's not clear anymore. Why? Because the ra, it has بينية time and he make it شديدة, so he makes the length of it is shorter than it should to be, so it's not become clear anymore. There is more and more and more mistakes. This is not allowed to. There is more and more mistakes in the reading Quran. It's not allowed. But I'm trying to put my hand in the famous mistakes. We heard it even from some readers, and we let our kids learn from them and listen to them. Quran is not a song. This is an important point you should to put in your mind. Quran is not a song. Quran is something we should to respect, and we should to follow the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to read with. I saw in the television and in the internet, and it's very famous readers. يعني people become famous, not famous readers. People become famous. They reading with maqamat. What's maqamat? The levels of songs like do, re, mi, or something like that they learned in the song. They use it to read the Quran with. This is totally not allowed, and this is totally haram. The Quran should to be same way it came for us from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It should to be in one level, not up and down, not long as much as we want, not short as much as we want, not doing mad where we want and stop where we want. There is different completely. Let's continue some more mistakes here. تمطيط الشد means when someone read and stop in every shadda and stretch it. Like what? Word الرجيم in أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. For example, he stop in أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So he stop every time in any shadda he find. This is of course not right. The only shadda we stop with letter noon shadda and the mim shadda, we stop on it, give long gunna on it, and that's it. No shadda else we stop on it for any reason. This is still not allowed. What else? التطنين. التطنين when someone read and vibrate the gunna. What we mean by vibrate the gunna? Word in, for example, how he read it in. How many noon it's come from it? Billion noons. This is haram. This is not right. He should to read in one line. One line means in one, يعني if I draw a line, I should to go on it. In, not in. This is haram. Okay, this is not allowed too, because instead of one letter, he makes several letters. A lot of people, a lot of us, a lot of readers, they use these ways. Focus and be sure you don't use these ways. Focus and be sure no one of your students use these ways. Focus and be sure you don't go and let one of the kids listen to the sheikh. He's not okay, and he's reading with one of these ways. And you say, MashaAllah, his voice is very nice. His voice is very nice because it's closer to the song's voice. So be sure you don't hear this sheikh, you don't let your kids hear it, you don't learn from him, and you don't read the same way. This is some mistakes total. Right now we will go for Al-Jazariya in this part of Tajweed, which is, I will explain it very quickly for the people who like to memorize Jazariya or get ijaza on it. So to get ijaza in Jazariya, like we all know, you should to understand it very clearly, not just to memorize it. So let's read these lines together and try to explain it for you. والأخذ بالتجويد حتم لازم. So you should to read with tajweed rules. من لم يصحح القرآن آثم. If you don't fix your reading of the Quran, you have إثم, you have bad deeds. لأنه به الإله أنزل. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send it to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam as it is. وهكذا منه إلينا وصلا. And this is how it's come from us by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. وهو أيضا حلية التلاوة. And the Quran too is the beautiful of the tilawah. وزينة الآداء والقراءة means the decoration of the way you read with and the reading. وهو إعطاء الحروف حقها. And the tajweed is إعطاء الحروف حقها. You give the letters the right of it. من كل صفة ومستحقها. From each characteristic, and مستحقها means what worthy or what happened when you give these characteristics or this صفة for the letter. ورد كل واحد لأصله. And we should to return each letter to his rights. واللفظ في نظيره كمثله. And each word we say, or each haraka, or each letter we do, we should to make it equal with the same one. يعني if I have فتحة and ضمة and كسرة, they should, and كسرة, all of them should to be equal when I'm reading. When I have مد متصل, it should to be, I read with 4 beats, it should to be 4 beats all the time when I'm reading. When I stop in العارض للسكون from the beginning of my reading 2 beats, I should to continue 2 beats. If I stop 4 beats, I should to continue 4 beats. If I read 6 beats, I should to continue 6 beats, and so on. So everything should to be equal and the same with what's the same like. مكملا or مكملا, both of them is right. من غير ما تكلف. And continue reading of the Quran without put extra offer. باللطف في النطق بلا تعسف means with a simple way when you pronounce the Quran without تعسف. تعسف means without put a lot of offer. It's to change the right way of the reading. وليس بينه وبين تركه. And there is no hard way between the Quran and the between reading wrong and right Quran, except إلا رياضة امرئ بفكه. Just practicing your muscles of your mouth. So as much as you practice your muscles of your mouth, as much as you can read the Quran right. 2 important things here I want to say very quickly. Most of the mistakes we say today in our class, it's come because takalluf, come because this word, takalluf. Someone who's trying to put a lot of effort to read better. Quran is more simple, more easy, And usually I told non-Arab, even if you can't sound letter عين, after you get the articulation point of it, don't put too much offer and think about it anymore. Because when you think about it too much, you make it wrong. If you just read it normally, it will come right. So don't put a lot of offer when you are reading Quran. Everything will come easy and right and simple and beautiful. Okay? And this is the first point. Second point, I want to say the tongue is the second strongest muscle in the body. So as much as you train this muscle, as much as it will work with you easy, and it will come up and down and from the middle, from the back, what you want, you can do what you want in this muscle. Inshallah, everything is clear, easy for you. We just still have one more lesson in this chapter and we will finish it, which is very important lesson. I hear the mistake of the next class from Arab and non-Arab, both from all the nationality. Nobody can say we don't have it, except if they don't have it, they have the opposite of this mistake. So I hear this mistake everywhere in all the world is different way. So next time, inshallah, we will put our hands in this mistake and we will fix it together and see how can we fix it and what this mistake is exactly. Jazakumullah khairan. To watch my channel QHE Tajweed Rules of the Quran channel in English. See you inshallah next class. If you like the class of today, please don't forget to put like, share the video. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.